Go download my free legato course right now and learn to play fast in the fastest way possible. Hey, I was just using the 6-finger technique, but I was adding an element that we haven't talked about in the video before the one that you saw yesterday, if you saw it. And that is the fact that you can learn to tap with the first finger. And it's not that hard. And if you do, then suddenly you can release all that, using the first finger as a bar, and you can go from string to string using the first finger. And if the second and the third and the fourth finger can learn to tap using hammer-ons and pull-offs, then of course the first finger can too. But when you try it out the first time, it's really awkward. Why? Because the first finger is usually just that bar. No matter what you do, it's kind of the defense on the team, right? It's what holds the like you can go. The first finger just stays in place as the other fingers are moving around, right? And that's what it's used to. Keep the place, keep the position. And when you start doing right, or when I'm tapping here, I'm using my first finger, and then if you didn't see the video before, I'm taking, instead of playing 3 notes on one string with one hand and saying, okay, I got my first finger in the 10th fret, then the 3rd, and then the 4th finger, I'm just replacing the top finger with the right hand index finger. Right, so instead of playing, and this can tap really hard, right? So it's really effective. But what if you want to go the other way? See here, when I play 6 notes descending, I use my first finger on the first note of the new string. So I go 13, pull off, and pull off. So 13, pull off to 12, and pull off to 10th, and then I tap the next note in the 13th fret on the B string and pull it off down to the 12th, and then to the 10th. So I'm using my strongest hammer-on finger, which is this one, for the job. But what if I'm going in the ascending direction and I'm playing 9, 10, 12 on the D string, 9, 10, 12 on the G, and then 10, 12, 13 on the B and E. Right? I have to hammer on with my first finger, so just look at it when I'm playing. Right, it's a totally different movement it has because it's hammering on. It looks very funny actually in the beginning. Right, it becomes really, it jumps around like never before. And just decide to do this for a week or two and just practice it every single day, and then it will become natural to you. But I'm just going to give you a couple of exercises that you can do in order to practice this. So come close up. So here's the first simple exercise to build your left hand index finger strength when it comes to tapping. And what we do here is we go, say I'm in the key of C major here. I got notes in the 12, 13 and 15 on the 2 top strings here. And what we need to do when we design an exercise is that we need to have that tapping be very in there. So I don't want to go descending because descending makes me shift strings with my first finger here. And so I don't need to tap. So I want to go in the ascending direction with anything I practice here. So I'm simply just going to do the simplest of all, which is just play 3 notes on one string with this technique, tapping and hammering on the first thing here. And what you need to do is really make sure that you tap with the tip of the finger and not the side of it or the bottom of it. So, because that's where it's hardest, because of the nail, that's where the flesh is really the toughest, and you can really produce a loud sound. And you want to exaggerate in the beginning, really slap it on there so it becomes like throwing a dart. You have to start out here and then hit the right place. So it might take you a while. So you might want to start with this exercise. Right, it's just hammering on. Right? And so what I do here is I just play 6 notes up. And you have to slap it hard there. But it's also, once you get to the new string, you have to lift this one a little bit. So you don't get that sound. So it's a little bit of a combination or synchronization of these two hands. So you want to practice slowly in the beginning. And then if you're willing to do that, speed will come much faster. See? As I tap, I lift this. And then back to the first one again. Don't go descending, that's not what we're practicing. Practice with the metronome. Right, if you want to really this is the basic exercise, and we can take that to a sequence that I'm going to show you in a second, but you can also do the following. You can play 4 notes up and 4 notes down. So you go, and then back again. So you tap right away. So, and notice how my fingers are moving. My first finger here is moving away when I'm tapping there. Back again, and this is now lifting because I need the note to silence it. Otherwise, I get this. See, I'm lifting as I'm tapping. I'm lifting this one. And here, you see, I've got a little of that sound there. Here I have to do pull off and pull off to get down. So simply 4 notes up and down. And then you can do the killer. You can do a double string shift here. So you go. So simply just go, and then, right? It really trains your first finger there. But if you get bored of this, then you can take that simple sequence of going just 3 notes up on one string, and then play a freaking scale all the way up. It's really. Right? What you do is you basically just play 3 strings down. And then you go back to the previous string. Right? And play 3 strings up. So let's play that slowly. It's the 2 bottom strings, the E and the A. It's the 8th and the 10th and 12th fret on both strings, and on the middle 2 strings, the D and the G, it's in the 9th, 10th and 12th on both strings. And then we got 10, 12 and 13 on the 2 top in the key of C here. So let me see if I can get a little bit more punch on that one. And that's it. Right? So that's it. I can see if you can really have those notes ring out, so it sounds like an organ almost, or really really clear notes. Because every time you don't hit the fret, or hit the neck just behind the fret with the tip of your finger, it's going to be heard. So I hope you're inspired to really start practicing this. This is a lot of fun because you can get results faster than with any other technique when it comes to playing these fast, fluent runs. I should say that I'm using a fret wrap here that is quite inexpensive. You can buy them anywhere in any store. But that's what it's called. This one is with Velcro. Kind of, you just attach it like this around the fretboard. Puts in here, and then it goes right around, and it's really simple. And you know, some people might say, but that's not good, Claus, because I need to be able to play riffs and all kinds of other stuff. I can't have something like that. But just, you know, try it out and see. You could try one of these and then just use them. You can push them down here, and then you have open strings and push it down here, and then, you know, suddenly you get a whole different playing experience, and you can do new things because you don't have to worry about the strings ringing out. Another really cool advantage or benefit you get from using one of these is that it pushes down the strings. So the action on the strings becomes even lower. The higher you go, the lower it is. It's almost like it almost cuts it in half, the distance between the string and the fretboard, which makes it even easier to do hammer-ons and pull-offs and tapping. So this is a fun process. And it should be fun to play guitar. Don't let yourself be kept back by thoughts of, oh, this is unpractical. Playing fast isn't everything. Who said it was everything, right? All these thoughts we have about whether it's serious, to just have fun, right? This is an amazing instrument that does so many things, and it's such great variety in what you can do with it. So kick in your distortion, maybe some compression on top of that, just for the heck of it. And when you practice, you want to become really good at doing the hammer-ons and pull-offs. You want to practice with a clean sound, so you can really hear how things are coming out. And then push in, you know, kick in the distortion and the compression to have some fun. Remember to practice with the metronome, very important. If you don't, you'll lose your timing, and timing is everything, because if you don't have timing and you start increasing speed, everything just becomes a mess, right? The faster you play, the more timing is important, because that's what keeps the notes separated instead of, you know, on top of each other. So have fun with it. See you in the next video. Oh, and I should say, go check out our course here, which gives you much more info on this technique and what licks and exercises and runs and cool insights about how to develop this the fastest way possible. Click the link just below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.